All right, y'all, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. Now listen to this, because something has been quietly turning heads all over social media. Some of you probably missed it since it didn't explode right away, but Remy Ma recently hopped on live over on her YouTube channel. In that moment, she opened up about how good she's been feeling lately and spoke about the positive energy surrounding her. Hold up, she also shared that Papoose has been spending time with her, showering her with compliments and telling her she's beautiful even when she's rocking no makeup at all. Hearing that out loud made a lot of the online whisperers start feeling a little too real. Instead of me just giving my take, I want you to hear this straight from her own mouth. Now, I get it, some folks say mind your business and let grown people live their lives, but others feel there's way more going on here, especially when marriage is still part of the conversation. So pay close attention, soak it all in, and then decide how you feel for yourself. Let's run the clip and see exactly what she had to say.
I got no makeup, no nothing. My husband's like, you know what? You're really pretty. So I'm like, what? Typical Bronx chick, right? What? Be like, nah, like, you need to work on your attitude. So I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean work on my attitude? He's like, your attitude blocks your beauty. He's like, when you're being mean and nasty and your attitude is how your attitude is, it's like a brick wall. But when you're being nice, it's like a brick wall is removed and I can see all your beauty. Like, bruh, all you have to do is say I look cute today. Like, you ain't gotta, you don't have to do all that. You don't have to make this whole philosophy, okay? Say I look cute this morning. Just say I'm glowing this morning, okay? I'll scrub my face, nice and shiny, clean. Just say that, alright?
From what people can tell right now, it looks like Remy Ma is back spending time with her husband, Papoose. For a lot of folks, that isn't exactly shocking. When two people choose marriage, they're also signing up for the reality that the road won't always be smooth. There are moments full of joy, laughter, and real connection, and then there are seasons weighed down by stress, frustration, and uncertainty. Sometimes when everything feels overwhelming, the only way to reset is to step back and breathe for a moment. That pause doesn't automatically mean the relationship is over. More often than not, it just means both people need space to figure out what they really want and whether they're willing to keep pushing forward. From my perspective, that kind of pause is exactly what seems to have happened here. They went their separate ways for a period of time, emotions were high and a lot was said, both in public and behind closed doors. Now, seeing them around each other again makes it feel like they could be circling back toward one another. I've talked about this before in earlier videos, especially when I was breaking down what was going on with Claressa Shields and how she fit into the larger situation. If you want deeper context, you can always go back and check those out. At the core of all this discussion, one simple truth still stands. Remy and Papoose are legally married. That hasn't changed. No matter what rumors or stories people choose to believe online, it really doesn't matter who they think messed up more or who they believe caused the most harm, because marriage is a promise between two people, and even when things fall apart, that promise still exists until it's officially ended. What happens inside that bond is something only the two people involved truly understand, even when pieces of it spill into the public eye. A lot of people keep asking why the divorce hasn't been finalized yet. In my opinion, when someone is completely certain they want out, they usually move fast. When paperwork sits untouched for a long time, it often signals hesitation. It can mean someone isn't ready to close that chapter for good. It can also suggest that both sides are still weighing whether fixing what's broken is possible, instead of throwing it all away. That's why some people believe Papoose never truly wanted to walk away from Remy. He may have needed space to cool off, escape the pressure, or sort through his emotions, but needing distance isn't always the same as wanting a final ending. Now that they're being seen together again, it feels like that time apart may have been a pause, not a permanent goodbye. When it comes to Claressa, her place in this story has sparked a lot of debate. Some people think Papoose might end up going back to her. Others believe their connection only happened because it felt easy and familiar in that moment. There have also been rumors that he helped behind the scenes with her career or finances. The truth is, no one outside of them really knows what's real and what's just talk. All anyone can do is look at what's visible and form their own opinion. One thing that seems obvious is that getting involved with someone who is still married is rarely simple. Even when feelings feel intense, there's always another person connected to the situation. There's shared history, memories, and a legal bond that doesn't just vanish because two people stopped living together for a while. That's why so many people spoke up when this story first surfaced. They weren't just talking to hear themselves talk, they were pointing out something many already understood. This was never a clean slate. This was never a fresh start with someone who had no history attached. This was a connection that formed right in the middle of a marriage that was never officially closed. And when situations like that unfold, emotions usually spiral fast. Someone almost always ends up getting hurt. Someone walks away feeling embarrassed, angry, or deeply disappointed. That's usually how these stories go. Even when people step into it thinking they can handle the pressure, real life tends to hit much harder than expected. A lot of people have also been wondering how all of this could impact Claressa, both personally and professionally. She said before in interviews that she's extremely disciplined when big moments are coming up, especially ahead of fights. She works hard to keep her mind clear and block out distractions so she can perform at her highest level. Trying to maintain that focus while dealing with emotional stress, letdowns, or heartbreak makes that balance even harder. If the rumors are true and Papoose has started pulling back, not returning calls or messages, that kind of silence can cut deep. It can feel like being shut out with no real explanation at all. Sometimes that quiet hurts more than a straight-up argument because it leaves someone alone with their thoughts and unanswered questions. This is usually where reality checks people. A man who is still married is not truly free. Emotionally, legally, and mentally, there is still a tie to someone else. No matter how close he grows to another person, that marriage doesn't just disappear because time passes or because people wish it would. That's why so many say it's better to build with someone who can actually give you their full focus and commitment. When you step into a situation with someone who already has a family and unresolved history, you're stepping straight into chaos. Even when nobody plans for drama, it almost always finds a way in. Some believe Claressa's behavior online shows just how much this situation may have affected her. Calling in to different platforms, replying to comments, and going back and forth on social media can come across like someone trying to be heard when they feel ignored privately. It can point to frustration or even confusion about where they truly stand. Others see it as a wake-up moment, when someone starts realizing the road they chose may not lead where they thought it would. When a married man doesn't move forward with a divorce, it can feel like a message in itself. It can feel like standing at a door that never opens, no matter how long you keep knocking. Looking at it from another angle, people also talk about Remy's place in all of this. Some believe she knows that no matter what happens, there's still a deep-rooted connection between her and Papoose. Years of shared life, growth, and a legal marriage create a bond that's not easy to replace. Marriage comes with vows to stay through the highs and the lows. Vows to stand together when things fall apart and when they start to come back together. That's part of what those promises are supposed to mean. Even when mistakes are made, some couples choose to try again instead of walking away. To many people, this feels like a private matter that should stay between two married individuals. They see it as something outsiders can't fully understand or fix. They view it as a personal journey that only the couple truly experiences from the inside. At the same time, others look at this situation and see lessons about boundaries, self-worth, and recognizing when something isn't meant for you. They see it as a reminder to protect your peace instead of stepping into someone else's unfinished chapter. There's also been a lot of discussion about how relationships are presented online. When Papoose shared photos with Claressa, some noticed his words were very measured. He didn't talk about deep love or long-term plans, which made people question how serious the connection really was. For some, that signaled his heart might still be elsewhere.
Some viewers felt pointing that out was simply being real. Others felt it crossed into negativity or unfair judgment. The truth usually lives somewhere in the middle. People often see what they want to see, especially when emotions are involved. At the core of it all, one thing stands out. The truth isn't always easy to face. It's often easier to lean into a hopeful narrative than to confront a hard truth. But getting clear on what's actually real helps people make smarter decisions for themselves. Right now, it looks like Remy and Papoose are trying to find their way back to one another, or at the very least, trying to figure out where they truly stand. Whether that lasts or not is something only time will reveal. When relationships play out in the public eye, the pressure multiplies fast. Every move gets watched, reposted, and judged by people who don't know the full picture. For Claressa, this might be one of those moments to pause and really reflect, a moment to ask herself what she genuinely wants and what kind of relationship brings peace instead of constant stress. A moment to decide if staying in this situation is helping her grow or quietly holding her back. At the end of the day, everyone involved is human. Everyone has emotions, pride, and a breaking point where it all becomes too heavy. No matter how strong someone appears on the outside, situations like this can leave lasting marks beneath the surface. As the story continues to unfold, people will keep watching and forming their own opinions. Some will pick sides, some will remain neutral, some will treat it like entertainment, while others will see it as a real-life lesson about love, commitment, and boundaries. If there's one main takeaway from all of this, it's this: relationships built on solid, clear ground tend to last longer than those formed in the middle of uncertainty. Knowing exactly where you stand and who you're standing beside can change everything in the long run. That's how I see the situation. Now I want to know, what do you think?
That's it. What? I know you're not beeping at me. Out of here. Suck my... No way. Who are you talking to? No way. What? What do you want? What? Where you want me to go, sir? Where? Where am I going? Give me a second real quick, guys. You beeping at me? Where you want me to go? Move where? I'm parked. Where do you want me to go? You hit my car, but I don't give a either. I'm a your head off if you can touch my car, you bozo. Sucker. You car driver. Like, what you talking about? Talking about move. Move where? I'm parked. I'm not moving. He right there. On security don't he know the vibes? I'm slam that nigga right fucking that. What do you mean move? Like, I'm not moving. You just drove through with no problem. You're a bozo. Like, you want me to come out of my parking spot and drive around the block so you can get through more easily? No. Struggle. Get a better vehicle. Get the one where when I'm in a spot and I feel like I can't fit, I press the little button that says camera and it shows me the overhead view all around my car. Step your game up. Get a better car. Not move it. Hey look, you got through, no problem. And you try to do it, man. I promise you that nigga gonna scratch my car. Oh my god, we done had a field day with this. Like, shit is crazy. This is my life. This is my life, guys. This is my life. And he's like, stupid. Call me a bitch just right now. Like, bro. He's darker than me with a crazy wild accent. Like, bro, learn English. Learn English, bitch. Shut up. That shit. Now, if he would have been like 9 shades lighter, it probably would have bothered me. It didn't though.